G1 XWA A G1 X infinity A. Okay, that's just the same thing. G1 X infinity A G1 X infinity A. Yeah, so we're saying from this, with this extra context of Y, we can just throw that away and get this. Okay. Y infinity A. Right, and this is just throwing that away to get the Y infinity A. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This feels like a pretty big problem if you can't have terms with usage omega. I'm like, okay, let's get another page. I don't know where the page went. Yeah, okay, but where is it? Can I write on it? Where did it go? There we go. There's a page. Brilliant. That'll do. Oh, I got a bunch of pages now. Cool. All right. I'll... Sure. Where did it go? There we go. All right. So what we have... Can I have like a side-by-side view? Not in the way that I want. Okay, so what we want is we want to be able to say, in our case, we want to be able to say claim that, we'll do this, has power over, and we want to say that this is a function from P1 of infinite usage, which is a person, and P2 of infinite usage, which is also a person. Whoops. To type 0. So how would I try to write this? I would write this as has power over is of type P1 person, P2 person, where this is not a type explicitly so. So in this case, we've got, this is a type, so we have M of type S. Yeah, this is exactly the thing that's not allowed, right? Yeah, this is exactly the thing that's not allowed. Fuck. All right, let's try to be slightly more explicit. So what we'll say is that person is a type. And from person, we're going to claim that you can conclude what? Nothing. I don't think anything. Not right now. Okay. And so person is a type. How can we mark that? Is there an easy way to mark that? Well, it's not really included in this theory, really. Because you kind of have to... I guess I can make person a pre-type. Sure, person can be a pre-type. We can do that. Ah, but M is not a pre-term. No, that's okay. That's okay because here, has power over is not a good example. What's a good example? Class. Class is a good example. So we want to claim that. Did I write this correctly? Yeah, whatever. We want to claim that class is of type 0. Right? We want to claim classes of type 0, and we want to claim, or let's write it out in the other way. Let's write it out in the other way. So we want to say pre-types class person has power over. Okay. Kind of. Not exactly, because has power over is not... Yeah, so here are some extra pre-types. Yeah, and here are some extra pre-terms. Yeah, okay. It's not... I guess like has power over AB, I suppose. Yeah. And then can we see where they introduce bool? Because they introduce rules for bool. Rules for bool! Right? The Boolean type, yeah. Oh, they call it a type, not a pre-type. That's interesting. Why? Okay, so they're claiming that you can bool is a thing. They're claiming that true and false are bools. The sigma here, these are preterms, so this sigma has to be 0 or 1. But that's fine. That's fine. We can live with that. We can live with that. So, and then we'll have our preterms. They will be, what are they? CEO, executive, manager, worker, I don't know, like person or something. What else have we got? Well, I guess these should be prefixed, right? So these are like class dot, and this is like person dot, and then this is we got CEO, executive over manager, executive over worker, and then this is like HPO dot. Okay, and then our contexts. It's not clear to me why this is necessary. It's not clear to me why you can't just conclude from the empty context. I guess it has to be a variable, right? You have to be able to conclude it from any context. You can conclude bool. But why not, why the 0? Because gamma is just a variable, right? So gamma could be 0 gamma, right? So you could have 0 gamma equals gamma. So it's not clear to me why you need the 0 here. If gamma is just a variable, you can just make it one that is 0 gamma. I don't really understand that, but what we're saying is that if you can conclude class, then that was a shit line. That was also a shit line. This is hard to do, yo. If you can conclude class, then you can conclude that class.ceo. No. Use sigma times is of type class. And also, I guess, class.executive. Use sigma times is of type class, and the other two where sigma has to be in equal to 0, 1. Right, so in this case, the CEO and the executive are the preterms, or we've used the word primitive, I guess. Well, I suppose they're not really preterms, they're just terms. They're just terms and types, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't think that distinction is important in a kind of practical level. It sounds like a philosophical thing to me. But in that case, when we say that from gamma you can conclude HPO AB, can I like draw a line? I can go better that way, I guess. But CEO